Guys, and we're live. Hey, so I'm coming to you from my office because there's been a lot of talk about the whole Will and Jada thing. So I wanted to, I don't know, I guess reach out to you guys to figure out what you guys thought of what's been going on. So I want you guys to talk to me if you can, but I will give you my 2 cents about it, if I may go first. So I just wanted to say that I didn't actually see it. So yep, I was one of those Monday morning quarterbacks. Just I was perusing through my Facebook feed uh, early Monday morning when I was making my coffee, and then I see one of my friends say, "Hey, listen, yeah, well, about that," and they were saying how Will Smith was their hero for the next few months, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to mention any names, by the way, in terms of who posted what, but yeah. So I said, "Wait, let me see what's going on." So then I take to the infamous Google and find out that what happened. Okay, so I'm like, hey, alrighty then, and I'm trying to like figure out like how did it get that far. At first, I was thinking that it was probably staged because they do a lot of this stuff for these types of shows. Come to find out, it wasn't right, but at the same time, I still was a bit skeptical because I saw Will Smith walk up to on stage, walk up to Chris Rock, stop. He wasn't squared up. He was facing him, facing forward, and then just mechanically came up and slapped him. And there wasn't a lot of body behind the slap, right? And I don't know what happened. And I do know that there's some parts of uh, the reaction from the crowd and Jada that we didn't get to see right away based on the angles that were televised. But since then, there's been some footage that has come out, and we get to analyze things a bit better. But just in general, I get the whole machismo thing. I get where hey, listen, I'm tougher than you. Hey, I'm standing up for what I believe, and all that other good stuff. I do. Okay. But what I don't understand is how we got to the point where, this is kind of all right. One, you had two black men on stage. Okay. Which I'm thinking that we should do better as a people. We know better at this point. I think that all this time, how many decades has, Will Smith been in showbiz and has had a clean record, right? um, almost like the good boy, almost like a goody two shoes compared to a lot of other folks. And then this happened on probably what would have been or was the biggest night of his life. And then I think about like, so what's going on in Will Smith's life? I know that Jada and Will have had their issues. I know I saw part of the entanglement conversation, which I didn't think should have been public. Um, I understand other people were involved. I understand they were separated. But it seems like to me that Will Smith wasn't really smacking Chris Rock. I think Will Smith was taking up for Will Smith. He had been beat up so long that he didn't want this to be another dagger, or be there be a punchline, at his expense. Just basically he can hear probably the public laughing at him. So um, I don't think that justifies what happens. I think that he was manipulated into this, and I think that if that is true, that he was manipulated, he probably needs to look more at that. I think he really needs to look into it, look into himself a little deeper, and then question why he reacted that way. I just think that it's not okay to strike someone, attack someone, get physically violent with someone without just cause. I really don't. If you are truly protecting yourself or your family, or in some states, your property, um, then from eminent bodily harm, then yes, by all means, right? But this wasn't the case. And then if you look at comedians, for a long time, they have gone into the audience and literally just talked about and made jokes at the audience's expense, right? Literally just pick on people that are in the audience, and and most take it in good stride. Why? Because they are there for jokes. Now I know it's a lot different when the joke is at your expense, but man, I just didn't think that it would lead to this. And honestly, I think that um, how can I put it? I think that if there was ever a time in Will's life where he was lost, I think he is lost now. I think Will's trying to come back to Will, and I think you witness a little bit of the inter battle, internal battle that he has going on. But I do think that this took away from him. I don't look at it in terms of, well, he has the money, it doesn't matter, this will blow over. I just look at it like I think he's lost, and I think that I don't want to say he fell from grace, but I just want to. I do know that this took away in my mind from the image of Will and who I'm used to seeing. So I'm curious to see what you guys actually have to say about it. I don't even know if I have. Okay, no problem. Sorry, I'm just checking my app here. So I've got somebody saying, "Well, if I had all the money in the world, I would have slapped Chris too and would have thought nothing of it." See, and that's the thing. How can you really? I don't equate it to money. So one, let's just suppose one has, let's say Will Smith has all the money in the world, and if he didn't work for the next 5 or 10 years, he'd still be buku rich, no problems, right? Yeah, but then I mean, what about the moral issue, right? What about the morality factor? I think it was immoral. I mean, I don't even want to talk about size. I don't want to talk about that. Chris Rock is smaller than Will Smith, and here comes big Will Smith slapping little Chris Rock. Okay, maybe. I don't know. But I do know that if you're Will Smith, did you wake up the next morning feeling good? Or did you feel confused? Now they're talking about that the Oscars had asked him to leave after the slap and he refused. So did he win that Oscar clean, given what we had seen 40 minutes prior? I mean, he literally won the Oscar for Best Actor, I believe, 40 minutes after the incident had happened. So I'm curious as to um, what was going on in his head. Now, I saw that there were some tears. I saw that he had apologized to the Academy and things of that nature. Didn't apologize to Chris Rock, but I'm going to tell you something. No apology is going to erase. Think of this psychologically. No apology would be able to erase what Chris Rock felt and experienced, right? After he was assaulted, attacked, slapped on stage, however you want to put it. Okay. So I don't know. And I get it. You can say, well, hey, how did Jada feel and how did Will feel? This, that, and the other. I get that. But after that joke, and I do believe that it was an innocent joke. Now, the word innocent is relative. And I'm only saying that it's relative because you go to these shows. I can go to a comedy show and sit there with my wife or with my daughter or with my friend, and the comedian picks on me. Hey, you're too this, you're too that, you're too bearded, you're too red, you're too light, you're too dark. I don't like your baseball cap. I don't like your t-shirt. You're too skinny, too tall, too slim, too fat. What am I supposed to do? I went there for a comedy show. I paid to see a comedian do his thing, right? Yeah, some people take it personal. I get it. I don't know that I've seen someone actually attack a comedian, and I'm pretty sure it's happened, right? But we're talking about two seasoned veterans of Hollywood. So I mean, at this point, how do you explain that? Did Will go down for you, or what have you? Did he fall a few notches? I mean, I noticed that some people were giving him some praise, and I'm looking up to trying to see some of these comments, guys. And I get that. There's some females that would be like, "Hey, oh, I wish a man would do that for me," and so forth. Hey, I get that, but you know what? At the same time, again, is it right? We're not in grade school anymore. So if that's the case, then um, I mean, I don't know. So if he was at a Christmas party or work award show and smacked the host, he would be fired and he'd have to worry about how he's going to pay bills. Okay, yeah. So basically, the comment is if Will Smith was a regular person like you or I, and went up and smacked the host of a show or where we worked or smacked the boss, that yes, you know what? Obviously, we would get fired, right? And then we'd probably have charges pressed against us, and then on top of that we'd have to worry about how to pay our bills moving forward. But we all know that Will Smith and neither Chris Rock, they're not people who are going to be worried about where the next paycheck comes from. I'm past the right or wrong. He can't unsmack him. My point is he's in a better financial position to deal with the outcome. Yeah, listen, and I get that. I understand. It's Is it a question of, hey, I can weather the circumstance or the consequences, or hey, I did something right or I did something wrong? Let me tell you how you can gauge that. Will Smith's mother came on, I forget who interviewed her or what show she was on, but she had said she had never seen him behave that way. She never has seen him lose it like that. So that's how you can gauge it. His own mother is saying, I've never seen him kirk out like that. And by reading her physiognomy, by reading her facial expressions and her mannerisms, something told me that she was a bit shocked and she was not proud of what he had done. So in most cases, we can trust that if our parents is not proud of something we've done, most likely that was not the correct thing to do. That's my point. That's it. I hear you. Chris Rock shouldn't have picked on Jada. Yeah, well, Jada shouldn't have done a whole bunch of things. He didn't bring that up. Now, it looked like Chris Rock was about to say something. It looked like Chris Rock was going to let out a couple more jokes, or probably even say, hey, you know what? You really want to be punching such and such. Okay. And now you're letting your anger out on me. But hey, you know what? I digress. I'm not here to judge. That's not what I'm doing. I'm looking at it from the perspective, hey, do we go in to do the right thing, or do we go in to do the wrong thing? I get it. We've all done things we shouldn't have done, right? But this is someone who knows how to um, comport themselves. This person's an actor as well. There's a lot of training that comes with becoming or being an actor, and even when you are um, trying to fill a certain role, right? Especially if it's whatever role it is. It could be someone who's an actual character or a fictional character that they want you to portray. There's a lot of coaching involved with that. There's a lot of things that one learns, right? And I don't understand how emotion escapes you or escaped someone like that, and then he just went up and slapped Chris Rock. Again, guys, I am not completely ruling out that some of this, or it was partially staged, because it doesn't look like the kind of fight that I would have seen on Stuyvesant Avenue or Walnut Avenue, or even, walking home from Junior 2, Trenton High. But at the same time, there's a lot of emotions and tension around it. And I think maybe it was something that actually happened. It was real. It was in the moment, and um, Will Smith got caught up. He was initially laughing at the joke. So, and then I guess at some point he saw his wife's reaction, or whatever faces that she made, and then he decided to go up and do what he did. I mean, even him doing that, guys, you got to be honest though. That wasn't a manly slap. Sorry, my chair. I keep slipping. That wasn't a manly slap, though. I've seen another man. I've seen a man slap another man, and I thought it was wrong then too, right? But um, there's just certain things that go into it that it's a sign of a man. The form that one takes when you do something like that. I didn't see that in the videos I saw. So there's a lot that's coming from this, and I'm surprised because I think that the Academy, and they have strict bylaws, and I found out that he, like I mentioned before, he was asked to leave and refused, and I get that. I guess he still wanted to make it about him, because he felt it was his night, and but the Academy has strict bylaws and code of conduct that one needs to, one, a member of the Academy, or if you're attending events of the Academy, that you have to abide by. And okay, so I get that. But then also I heard that they were kind of split and divided on a Monday morning conversation as to whether to penalize um, Will Smith or not, right? And whatever that consequence may be, I'm not even sure how it would affect Will at this given juncture. However, um, yeah, so they were divided. So even amongst the Academy, they were like, hey, maybe this will just blow over. And then some of them are just saying, hey, no, we should really do something about this, right? But then how bits and pieces, are coming out. And when I tell you, I've taken to Facebook, I've taken to TikTok, I've taken to Instagram, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen bits and pieces of it um, on LinkedIn, which is supposed to be a professional and a business social media platform. But in any event, I've even mentioned some things at certain meetings this week. And I say, hey, well, listen, I can do that event and I can attend there as long as there's no slapping going on. And the people on the call laughed, which means, hey, everybody, I mean, everybody saw it. And if they didn't see it on Sunday, they heard about it and watched it on Monday. And then as the news unfolded, or it continues to unfold, the story continues to unfold, it's being pushed to those who maybe have not seen it. It's giving you, I don't know, it's almost like you're getting different angles from it, different perspectives. You're getting new information. So it's almost like every day you're getting breaking news about it. And they're kind of perpetuating this. So I'm like, okay, so how long? Guys, it is Thursday evening where I am, and they're still talking about it. Thursday evening. Okay. So my thing is, wait a minute. What happens to like next week? Are we going to end up still talking about this? We already know no charges are going to come from it, but at the same time, wait 1 second, read only. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So at the same time, I was just wondering if, how far will it go? So LAPD is not picking it up because obviously Chris Rock got to press charges. Okay. But is there going to be a fallout, from this, where maybe certain companies currently will not do business with Will Smith? Does nothing happen and this thing completely blows over? If it does blow over, how does that fare for Chris Rock? People say, oh, Chris Rock. I mean, I'm sorry, Will Smith got kids. Well, guess what? Chris Rock got kids too. What you gonna do about that? Huh? Listen, there's a lot on both sides. You got to look at, oh, well, he said something in 2016. And what I'm supposed to do? Go after everybody that has said something about me? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Or do I keep on trucking and doing me? And if it was my biggest night, guess what? Yeah, that's what I'm focused on. If wifey don't know how to take a joke, then she's gonna have to wait out back or stay home next time. Okay? Because if I look at the controversies that have happened, um, I don't think it was on the part of Will Smith. When you talk about the Smiths, Will and Jada Smith, I don't think it was Will. If anything, I think Will was. I've seen him do a lot of stuff on TikTok and a lot of jovial stuff. You know, happy, make you laugh, hanging out with Jason Derulo, and just some really funny skits on TikTok. Just being loose, being himself, and I think he took to that. To me, I think he used it as an outlet, as some sort of. I think he's used it as some sort of pseudo therapy, you know, self therapy maybe, into just kind of recover from all the stuff that has been happening. And listen, kudos to him, to be honest with you, because I don't think that what he's going through is easy to go through. To be in the spotlight like that, to be embarrassed like that. I mean, hey, you know, it's a lot, guys. I think it's a lot, and we understand a little bit, but at the same time, you can't just let things go uh, like that. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not. It just I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Anyway, guys, that's my time. And for those of you that did not comment during the live, go ahead and comment, and we can continue the conversation in my Facebook feed. All right. Peace out.